So we'll have a look at the handlebars in their standard mount position. So I've unscrewed it. So there's the mount sitting there. Handlebars in the lower form, so when we put the 30mm risers under it, you'll see it'll move up quite a bit. And way more comfortable in the riding position. Don't have to lean this forward. Let's get the riding position now. I think that's about it there. Lock her in. Yeah, that's no pressure on the shoulders either. Clutch is good. Yeah, I think these bar risers for $60 Australian, really good. And you can tell you're not leaning over, or it's not pulling you over the front of the bike to reach the bars. If anyone's interested in handlebar risers and bring your bars up 30mm, I think these would be a good investment off Hitchcock's for $60. And I think it'd be well worth your trouble to get out and buy yourself a pair of them, because you can certainly notice the difference between the 30mm increase in height of the bars. And another thing I've noticed straight off, you'll seem to be straight up into a more upright position sitting on the seat now. So you are sitting more upright compared to a slightly forward position, so that part's good too. So the arms are a little bit more outright. So I think that $60 investment was well spent. Now here's another look at the bar riser from a different angle. So we got it from a rider's point of view. Okay guys, so let's talk about this handlebar riser kit I bought from Hitchcock's. So it came in at, so we all know it came in at around £35 or say $60 plus a bit of GST thrown in on it and freight to Australia. So I don't know, it probably would have worked out close on $100 to get the handlebar riser kit. It was pretty simple fitting, so you might have noticed there was a bit of red marks up in these slots here. Well, I put a red line in amongst there because I wanted to put my handlebars back into the same position, but that proved to be a bit of a worthless idea anyway, because once you undo the 4 screws here to release your handlebars, well, chances are you're not going to put them back in the same place. So once you rise the handlebars 30mm or a bit over an inch, you'll decide that you want to readjust them to a different angle anyway. And 30mm, when you come down and have a look down here, there's a fair rise. So when you look at it that way, you'll say to yourself, marking handlebars is a totally useless idea. So I've decided now that I've already locked them into the position I want. I use blue Loctite on the bottom of all 4 screws and tighten it down, so that's the position I've decided to put them in at the moment. I use blue Loctite because it's only a medium strength, and that way I can come back in and undo them later on, and then I'm not going to have that much trouble undoing them, and it's a lot more secure than using that red stuff, and I won't be able to get them off at all or cause a lot of trouble in there, so blue's always a safe bet. Okay, we'll climb up on the bike now. Get on. Now I sit on it and reach out for the bars. And I notice I'm not stretched out now and the riding position's a lot more comfortable. I was out on the bike earlier on, as soon as I set her up, did a lap around the block, and I found it a lot more comfortable riding position to sit on the bike, and I wasn't stretched out reaching for the bars. And you can tell now the bars are pulled in towards me more. You can see the angle I've got them at now, they're more towards me, and I think it's a lot more comfortable riding position, and I think when I get down my next longer run I'll notice the benefits from that. So overall I think this works well. I've had the wife sit on the back of it on the centre stand, pull her up off the wheel. I've got no trouble turning the wheel from lock to lock, so there's no drama there, so everything's fine that way. With a fairly easy fit, so it was only, I don't know, 5 minutes or less to put these risers in. So, you know, 5 or 10 minutes maximum to put it together, get things under control. So I think if anyone's interested in putting it together, especially if you're a taller guy and you want something to bring those bars up, it's a fairly cheap outlay to get that under control. So I think overall there may be some interest for somebody who wants something like that, and they can get out there and, you know, looking for an option. And like when I was looking around I couldn't find anywhere, you know, out there, and I actually had a pair of handlebar risers what I'd bought for a KTM, and I thought maybe they'd fit, but the risers were just a little bit wide and just wouldn't fit. Oh, they'd fit in the slot all right, but the bars had wander in them, they were no good, so I had to head off to the Hitchcock website and send over there and get a pair of these. And while I was at it I got a couple of other things on order, so, you know, to make the order worthwhile. So, you know, the main thing is I think it was a worthwhile investment, and if anyone's after risers, easy to fit, well worth buying I think, and I think you'll be very happy with them. So once again, thanks for tuning in, looking at this bit of a review on this, and if you're after one, get out there and buy a pair, because I think you'll be very happy. Thanks for looking.